It was awful. We'll sit up. We don't eat laying down, honey. You could choke. All right, guys. We just did photos for Grandma. Nessa wanted photos here, and it was awful. Not awesome. Them. Like you were awesome. The kids. Great. It was awful.
The market on you.
Hey, Audrey.
Audrey, look at
Audrey,
Mama.
can you dance, dance, dance? Dance, 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 dance. She's like, no, not when you're filming, Mama.
So you might be telling me to get back out.
No, no, no.
I'm going to keep her moving.
Sweet, merciful God, we are home. Y'all, I wanted to film when we were trying to take those photos. No. There is a reason why we stopped going to places like that to take photos. And it's because it is so hard to get those kids to take photos at the same time. So I would rather just spend more on a real photographer. But I also know it's not always practical. I didn't even make my bed this morning. Not that it matters, but it's something. I used to make my bed all the time and it made me feel really awesome. Then I've gotten in this bad habit where I just never make the bed. Part of it's because for, 8 months, up until the last, 8, so Audrey was in the bed with us, so it was just like, she'd nap in the beds and stuff, and so I just didn't bother. Plus we couldn't keep all of the, just moving this laundry I didn't get done. So, actually, Kyle and I need to find probably a true babysitter, because there are many times there are situations where, it's like the family, they have their own lives. They're not babysitters, so they can't just, they're not there to just watch the kids. And like I said, usually they watch the kids. It's not watching the kids. It's like, hey, we want the kids to come over because we miss them. So, but what we do is when we have doctor's appointments is we always try to schedule them. We schedule them together. And that way we will burden whoever's watching the kids, or if we're taking them to a play care place, which is like the type of babysitter we have, it costs less. So we just try to utilize the time we're not with the kids. So we schedule our doctor's appointments together. We go to the dentist together, we go to the eye doctor together, we go to the dermatologist together. We do everything together. So that way it's only one day of the kids needing to be watched by someone. So tomorrow, Grandma Net, so the kids are going to one place, the baby's gonna go the other place, and Kyle and I are going to see a dermatologist because we both need to have our annual skin assessment, skin stuff done. And then I have been having, when I was pregnant with Audrey, I started getting darker spots on my skin. And that's normal in pregnancy, it can happen. But mine didn't go away. Mine have gotten worse, and it's really embarrassing. And I used to always get complimented. Woo, the sun came out, y'all. I used to get complimented all the time on my skin, and it's just like, and now it's just like I feel like it's been horrible, y'all. It's been something I've been really self-conscious about, and so I'm going in to have that. They're gonna go and address this situation, because since it hasn't gone away, it should have. If it was just hormonal, it would have gone away by now. So it's not going away. So anyway, I'm going in for that too, and then like I said, we have to go have our annual skin exam. You're supposed to do this every year, and we don't. We're really bad about it, but you gotta go get all your moles and your skin and everything checked out. That's what we're doing tomorrow. What I'm hoping is that our appointments aren't too long, and maybe Kyle and I will have a little bit of time to spend together, since we had our anniversary and we didn't even get to have dinner together. So it was kind of like, but that's okay. It's just how it is, and as the kids get older and they're like easier, we'll get some of that back. That's what we always try to remind ourselves. We're like, it's cool, it's worth it. You know what I mean? It's like worth it, so. Did you find a daddy? That's a daddy. Can you say mama, mama? This is her favorite thing to do. She takes a car and then she drives it around. Yay! Vroom, vroom, vroom. Do you have a car? I'm trying to order. I'm looking at gift basket. I'm looking at gift baskets. A friend of some friends of ours here just had a baby, so I am trying to order them something to get delivered. And the baby's playing so good. She's playing so awesome.
Wow! Good job. I'm going to introduce you to the classic Kyle method of cleaning up, which is sit somewhere and take everything that you can reach and throw it where it's basically going to go. That goes there. There. This is like, it's like the path of like least resistance. I can just sit somewhere and just throw things. It's great. It's pretty much like my therapy. The room gets cleaner. I get a little catharsis. The baby can still play with things as long as I don't hit her with them. Look at this room. It's so just like filled with junk. I guess I'm not a room to talk. Like we actually, like when like Lindsay and I were growing up, we actually had a toy room, which was really nice. And then when we moved, we lost the toy room, and so all the toys kind of went into like the garage and just everywhere. But then we moved to Kentucky and we had a basement down there, and so they stuck everything back. It was an unfinished, so it was like half finished, and then like there was a huge like unfinished area underneath, and that's where all the toys were. And we turned that into like our little playroom, basically our toy room. And I remember it was huge. It was literally like, I don't know, 500 square feet. Or something like that, like 25 by 20 or bigger. When you're thinking back, you're like, oh, it was 1,000,000 square feet. It wasn't that big, but it had all these like hiding places and everything in it. So we used to hide in there and play in there. And I remember one time we were down there, I think so long that it got dark. And what happened? I think my mom thought we were outside or something. So they didn't know we were down there, and when they did come down, like finally, they were like all mad at us for like not hearing them. We couldn't hear anything in there, so I just remember we would spend all day down there, and our toy room was definitely like this, and we did not make messes. My mom would have had it. If we'd made a mess, all these toys would probably been in the trash on like day 2. Well, that was that. That was fun while it lasted, wasn't it, kids? But Mom, she'll watch this video and be like, oh, please, you were so messy. And Lord knows when I was like 14, I probably was. But like, she was not exactly. We were much more tolerant of just kind of like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, make a mess, kids. We'll just clean it up later. The kids are good about cleaning up, though. That's one thing it's not because they're like good kids or, it's not like innate. It's like instilled in them. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where are you going? Whoa, whoa! Alright. Now I can't reach anything anymore, so we'll move to another area. And do it again. Now we're over here. What do you got? What do you got? What is that? What is that you got? What is that? What is that? Oh, what's that? Oh, you found another one? And she's like, I got more where that came from, Daddy. Did you took this puzzle apart. It's all coming together now. Now I see. You took the pieces out and put them up in the box. Well, that's great. We've been teaching her to put things up in the box, and now it's backfired. She put all the clock puzzle pieces up in the box, and she wasn't supposed to do that. Also, it's an excellent chance to review my numbers. The other day, Sophie was like quizzing me on math, just like we do with her. She was like, "What's 6 plus 6?" And I was like, "Oh, 12." And I don't think I was paying attention really. You know, she was like, "Oh, what's 4 plus 5?" And I was just like, 9. And then I don't know, after about 5 questions, she goes, "Dad, what's 90 plus 6?" And I was like, 96. And she's like, "How did you do that?" I remember thinking like, it probably is like some form of magic, like to kids. Figure out like, I told her, well, you'll do that one day too. I don't know, Dad. So sometimes I think Sophie doesn't believe me when I tell her things now. Like she started to be like questioning. The other day I was like, what? She said, what's 5 plus 5? And she held up her fingers and I said 10. And she goes, how do you know? And I said, well, you have 10 fingers. And she was like, kind of looked at her fingers, and I swear she like looked at me like this, like. I guess because she like wanted to argue, like, well, I guess I can't argue with that. So Courtney always gets mad at me for zooming in. So, anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna finish cleaning this room, put this baby to bed. Baby, seriously, just undoing my whole puzzle.
Postpartum hair loss, and then it's regrowing, and it's like camouflaging those that I've been dealing with without product too, like besides the treatment, obviously. It's amazing.
There we go. Look at the shine in the hair.
My hairdresser is vlogging for me.